everyone, hello, it's Grandpa here in the garden again. Today I'm not actually doing any growing, any seed sowing, but what I am doing is a very important thing as well. We make our own compost here. You can do it at home, you don't have to do it on a big scale. You can buy compost bins, or you can just have small containers that you use, plastic containers. You've probably all got these. This is for our kitchen scraps. So when Grandma's doing some cooking, she puts things, now that old cucumber, we didn't use the very last bit, we got a new one. I haven't started picking mine yet, but later on in the summer I'll have loads from the greenhouse. But all these rotten old things, they might look rubbish, but I always put some on the compost. Although I do use some of the apples to give to the birds. Can you see up there, look? I don't know if you can see up here, I put an apple out for the birds. Got a couple here. Got to feed the birds, haven't we? And there's some Niger seed there as well that the blue tits and the goldfinches like. If you come round here with me, I'll show you my composting. Oh, we've got some butterflies here. Did you see the butterfly flutter by? The butterfly flutter by. And these are very useful. They're all these insects are lovely, and many of them are used for pollinators, but we don't want him on our cabbages because he'll lay his eggs on there, and then all the little baby caterpillars will munch through all the leaves, you see. So that's why I just cover them up. I don't use chemicals like dairy dust that people used to use many years ago. I don't use them because they harm them, but I just keep them off. Now around here is my composting. We've got our lovely little rambling rose here. Come on round. Here we are. This is there you are. This is the part of the garden not everybody sees, but it's a very important part because I grow my own compost. Now, it's not the sort of compost that I use. I don't use it for planting things in pots because I buy a balanced one from the nurseries and greenhouses, garden centres for that. But I got a little heap here. I got two, in fact. And what I does with all of these wasted things, don't ever put cooked things on there though, only raw things. Don't ever put cooked things in because that could encourage rats. So I put some in here. Now if you could smell that, you'll smell rotten grass and things like that. Now we'll put that on there. Oh, there's an old slug on there. Can you see? Oh my goodness, I'll have to wash my hands afterwards, but oh, he's gone now. I can't find him. Can you see the slimy old slug? No, he's gone now. I can't find him. Anyway, so we'll put that on there. And that, if I put my hand in there, that is really quite warm in there. The sun gets on it and warms it up. But what we must do is we must mix it. You have to mix it. Now there's some old flowers in. Grandma had a bunch of flowers on her birthday a few weeks ago. Oh, a couple of weeks ago. We put them on there as well. But you must mix it. Look, there's an old banana skin there, all rotten down. And they will make lovely compost for our garden. What I does is, once that's partly rotted, or nearly rotted, I put it over into the other one. I keep a carpet and a piece of plastic on there just to keep it so it doesn't get too wet. But can you see here, there's some that's already rotted right down. That's virtually ready to use that now, just a few sticks. Can you see? Now you might think that's funny, old bloke's getting really excited about the compost, but that is lovely stuff, and that will make my beans and all of my crops, my beans, my sweet corn, my tomatoes, that will really make them all grow really well because there are lots of organisms, lots of nutrients in there, and that is really good stuff. So if you got room, don't have to have one this size, but you can just buy a compost bin, keep it out the way somewhere, put them in there every day, but don't forget, you must mix them, and if it's very dry, you put some water on them. One thing you must make sure you don't do though, is put lots and lots of one material, particularly things like grass, because if you put a lot of all grass cuttings in there and nothing else, then it will just go all sludgy. So you need to mix your materials up. I'm going to come this way. Are you all right walking backwards, Mr. Cameraman? That's it, you're all right, there's nothing behind you. And we're going to go into the garden, just have a look at some of the lovely plants that are growing at the moment. And when these plants, these called herbaceous perennials, things like this. This is a herbaceous perennial, and this one, and it'll have big flowers. These ones here, these alliums, I leave these seed heads on because they look ever so nice in the summer, and they go all brown, but they look nice. But when I cut them down at the end of the summer, I'll put all of those on my compost heap. And these plants here, the digitalis or the foxgloves, when we cut them down, when they're finished flowering, I take them off, can collect the seeds first and use the seeds to grow more plants. But we cut them all down in the autumn, and we'll put them all on the compost heap. Well, thanks for coming. Oh, look at these lovely purple flowers. Aren't they nice? They'll bring in the pollinators, the bees. Well, it's been lovely talking to you again. I'll see you again very soon. I'm hoping very, very shortly we'll be able to start picking some of our veg, just a few, and we might even see some tomatoes and cucumbers starting to grow, or the flowers at least starting to come on the plants. Now the weather's warmed up, everything's growing like crazy, and we're all getting all that lovely vitamin D from the sun to make us strong. Well, thanks for coming. Don't forget, mums and dads, subscribe, and ask your friends to subscribe to my channel.